Hey guys, welcome back to yet another episode of the AIP podcast. And today we have Tamey with us. Now, Tamey is the COO of the Braiyt.ai. And Braiyt.ai is, I believe, a team of dedicated developers that believe that technology can help enhance human capabilities and aims to help businesses unlock the full potential of their data and drive growth through the power of AI. Tamey has tremendous amount of experience in the AI technology space and aims to revolutionize industries across the globe with the use of artificial intelligence. And as it becomes more prevalent, organizations are looking to combine AI with existing technologies and processes to develop new solutions that enable them to become more competitive. And this is where Tamey comes in. She is an expert in the field and has helped countless businesses become more productive with the use of AI. So a huge warm welcome to you, Tamey. Tell me a little bit about yourself, your backstory, and how you and your co-founder landed on founding Braiyt.ai.
Sure. First off, thanks for having me, man. Warsame Ahmed is my co-founder, and we've known each other for about 16 years. I consulted for him. I was his client at one time, so our paths crossed many times. And in October 2018, he reached out and said, I want to go for coffee. I thought he was going to want me to do some more consulting, and I sort of passed that phase of my life, but I love the guy, so I'm like, of course, go for coffee. So we meet for coffee, and he gets right down to it and says, I'm starting an AI company, and I want you to be my co-founder. And I said yes right on the spot. And at that point, I didn't know much about AI. He had taken a course at Berkeley on artificial intelligence in 2015, so it's something he was very passionate about. And I have an IT background. I was a programmer for many years, worked at Accenture, so I've always been around IT. So I jumped at the opportunity, and here we are today.
Tell me more about Braiyt.ai. What does it do and how does it work?
So we have a number of different product lines. Of course, we are a pre-pandemic company. So what we started out, our plan didn't take off just because of COVID. So we pivoted during COVID, and our basis is we use computer vision solutions. Right? So how our brain and eye work is how the AI and the computers work. So our first during pandemic idea was in grocery stores being able to utilize the existing cameras in the stores and be able to track the movement of people in occupancy. So our first module was actually an occupancy module because, of course, that's when we had limitations in stores as to how many people could be in. And then working with our client, we developed other modules, heat maps, zone occupancy, how people are moving about the store, and piloted it with our original customers. So it worked really well.
That's fascinating. So let's talk a little bit about the AI that already exists in our environment. Could you perhaps give us some examples and how, AI has been beneficial to our everyday lives, please?
Sure. So that would be a human level AI, right? So it's how it impacts us individually. So, for example, opening up my phone, right? That's facial recognition. Personalized e-commerce shopping. So when you log into your Amazon account, it knows who you are and it can give you recommendations. Smart homes, text editors, autocorrect, your Google Maps, getting you everywhere. So it's really such an integral part of our everyday lives that most people don't even think about using it.
Yeah, that's fascinating. One of the things is that AI is now becoming really broad. There are many applications from NLP to computer visioning. Perhaps let's drill down a little bit. So in terms of computer visioning, what are some of the useful applications, not just in, our everyday lives, but, from a big picture perspective, how do governments, corporates and, other organizations use computer visioning or the technology that you've built to help your customers?
Right. So on a broad case, things that we don't even do. So that's transformative AI. So that's, how AI impacts the world as a whole. So examples are in agriculture, right, using computer vision to detect disease or detect bugs that are eating the plants. In environmental cases, transformative AI is very useful. In our case, we've done some computer vision solutions for the Department of National Defense through the IDEAS program. And so that is using AI to detect things that may be harmful to the Navy. So that's a key one. And as we're moving forward, what we've created for stores and how people are moving about, we're now moving that towards other industries. So stadiums, for example, how people are moving about stadiums, how that can help optimize marketing for stadiums, but also how it can optimize safety for stadiums. Because if you know where people are, if something happens, it's easier to help and keep track of what's going on in the stadium. So, it's really endless, the possibilities of our solution. And basically, it's an AI data fusion platform. So we're able to bring in the data from cameras, from sensors, and then push that data to either a digital twin or a dashboard that enables whomever is in control to help facilitate the movement of people.
That's amazing. So tell me, how do you bring your AI products to life, particularly when it comes to user friendliness and capability development?
Well, our whole sort of philosophy is start small, scale fast, and deploy iteratively. So, you don't just, in our case, I'm sure others do, but we don't just go crazy. So we like to do, one small store, for stores, for example. Make sure it's working, get the bugs out, and make sure we're building something that is really for the end user, not something that we think they need. As I mentioned, our first module for the stores was occupancy, and that was a no-brainer because of the situation we were in. But after that, we relied on the expertise of the store to determine what modules are really important to them and built those and then tested them as we went along. And that's been pretty helpful to keep it friendly.
Yeah, that's really great. But a lot of businesses are still afraid of implementation of AI. I mean, while AI is such a big buzzword today, a lot of people are the naysayers or the paranoid, right? So how do you think we can use AI to create competitive advantages?
Well, I think people are always afraid of what they don't know. I think that's, and even I think afraid might be a little strong of a word. I think they're just unsure how it can help them, what they can do with it, and maybe they watched too many RoboCop movies in the past, right? So there's some definite trepidation in terms of AI, but they're all using it anyway, right? Every business is using it in some capacity right now, and as we often say, years ago, someone said every company is a technology company, no matter what you are. You're using some sort of technology. In the near future, every company will also be an AI company. They're going to be using some component of AI to help reduce costs, to help make more sales, and I don't think, reducing costs, I don't think that's necessarily reducing the workforce. I think it's going to change the workforce. It might not be the same as it is now, but I don't think people are necessarily going to lose jobs. People just might have to change what they're doing and let AI do things that people don't really want to do anyway.
That's interesting. So if I wanted to find out more about Braiyt, and how I could create a use case or a project with Braiyt, what would I do?
Well, you can visit our website at Braiyt, Braiyt.ai, and send us an email through there or give us a call. We have multiple use cases printed up and ready to go. We just don't have them on our website because, of course, some things are not for everyone to see, but we have many use cases, and my business partner, Sami, is actually in Dubai right now working on growing our business over there. So it's a pretty exciting time to be part of Braiyt and part of AI.
Absolutely. Well, Tamey, it's been such a great time chatting with you. I really appreciate that. What advice would you give a person who's aspiring to work in artificial intelligence?
There's so many ways you can work in AI, right? We have people who aren't just AI. Our AI engineers have their master's or PhD in AI. So, obviously, if you want to go to that level, you need to go to school for a few years and get there. But there's so many other ways to be involved in AI. Our marketing person, the salespeople. Like, there's so many. AI just isn't the people who are developing AI, but it's understanding, like, psychologists, understanding how people react to things can be part of AI. There's just so many avenues that all link to AI, and it doesn't have to be necessarily a developer, right? It could be anything.
That's amazing. Well, thank you, Tammy, for your time. And I guess that's all the time we have for us today. So thank you, Tammy, once again for being on the line with us. And to all the rest of our listeners, thank you for being our loyal listeners. Look out for more episodes of the AIP podcast. And this is Cheng, your host from SuperCharge Lab on behalf of the AI Partnerships Corp, signing off.